Hi crafters, Julia here, and today I have a fun project for Pretty Pink Posh because it's the October release blog hop and we're celebrating the release of new dyes, new sequin mixes and droplets which you can check out along the way on the blog hop. There's a link to my blog where you can find the blog hop order and it's really worth checking it out because there's awesome prizes to win. So this is one of the new dyes, the decorative tagged one, and this is the main base shape, and there's actually two other dies in this set, so you could even cut out an oval circle out of it. I'm going to be using these fun soldiers by Stamping Bella to embellish this tag. I masked off all the soldiers except for this one that I think is the funniest of the bunch. And I'm stamping this with archival ink because I'm going to be using wet markers that are like watercolor markers, and the archival ink doesn't bleed. I die cut this tag out of, so here I use the grid lines on my blog to know how to line up my stamp, because obviously I can't look through the rubber stamp. Don't have Superman eyes yet. I'm wearing glasses actually. So I die cut this tag out of watercolor cardstock. And I'm using my inexpensive Stabilo markers. You mentioned recently how much you enjoyed that I did some videos on how to use these inexpensive markers for coloring, and I wanted to use them again here. And you can see I'm using a darker shade, then touching a lighter shade to the edge of the darker shade and blending it out. It's really quick and easy to do. You have to work somewhat quickly here because once the marker dries, it's really difficult to blend it out. I did some video tutorials on how to use these markers best, and you can find links to them either on my blog or you can check out my YouTube channel, and I have a playlist actually with all the videos I did with these Stabilo markers. But they're really inexpensive. They're like €1 or maybe $1 per piece. There's, I don't know, 60 something colors or 50 colors I think, and as you can see, you can create really nice blends with them. You can't really layer up colors like you would do with Copic markers. Once you've gone over one area, you're basically done. You can't really go back and change stuff up. But with some practice, I feel that you can get really great results. And you can see here how fast I can color this little guy and how easily I can give him some nice shading. For his face, I put down some like a flesh colored marker, and then I used a very fine tipped damp water brush, or just a brush, and blended this out. These are like the stress markers in that regard. You can easily blend them out as long as they haven't dried, and that's how I got a really soft color on his face. And you can see I have dimension with shades and with highlights. I grabbed the gold gel pen and followed the detail here with the pen to add some bling and some interest to my soldier. And because I thought the gold would be a really nice contrast to the red. And then I decided to add some more detail on the bottom of his coat. I could have left it white, but I felt that white would maybe be boring, so I used the gold pen there and just traced this. Then of course I don't want him to float in air completely, so I just put down a little bit of my gray marker here, and then again a damp brush, not a wet brush, and I'm just flicking this away. I don't want it to be like too big or too solid the ground, so I'm just flicking it out to dampen it, so it's like he's casting a little shadow on the ground. And isn't this soldier absolutely hilarious? For the sentiment, I'm grabbing a sentiment from the clearly besotted Santa Baby stamp set that says ho ho ho, because I think it's just so funny and it's perfect for this little soldier. I'm using my favorite ink for sentiments, which is VersaFine, and you can see how absolutely perfect it's stamped. Now for finishing up this tag, of course I had to add some sequins, I think I used the Sparkling Clear in the 6mm size, and then Marshmallow and Mossy Green in the 4mm size, and I love to adhere them with glossy accents and this fine tip applicator because it allows me to really add just a tiny drop of glue onto my project and then place the sequin right on top of it, so nothing squishes out, there won't be any glue residue anywhere. And you can see it's almost finished. Actually, after I turned off, you can see I added a second one in red where I can write a note for the recipient of a gift. And after I had turned off the camera, I decided I needed to add some of my signature dots, so I used a Stardust Jelly Roll pen to add these dots around the sequence, which I think add just a little bit more interest. And here is the finished project, and you can see how absolutely gorgeous this tag is. I hope you hop on over to my blog so you can participate in the blog hop. As I said, there are prizes to win and a lot of inspiration along the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye!